here's what's changed in the last few hours. Yeah, the colony's coming along quite nicely. Not too many new buildings, but everything is getting much higher in the upgrades. And we've got this little rail system that I installed because, well, it takes a little while to get from the most commonly visited building here, which is the builder's hut. So you can drop off the materials that he needs to do his job. And where we have all the materials stored over at the workshop there. Now admittedly it doesn't need to loop around the town hall like this. It would be quicker if it was more direct, but we don't really want to put a rail car going straight through the middle of town because we're planning on putting a fountain there and whatnot. So we're about to head to the Nether, hence the reason that I've got a shield, which, you know, of course I had to spend a little time working on some heraldry. And more importantly, we head on over to what I now think of as the alchemy and brewing area. We've got the advanced alchemic condenser, just basically a full replacement for the vanilla brewing system, which doesn't require you to go to the Nether to get things like fire resistance potions, which I just made. Elixir of fire resistance, and yes, these stack. It's wonderful. The reason I need that is, well, we need some blaze powder in order to make the blast furnaces for getting some steel. And there's that pretty disapproving face. As you can see, our ender crops are, well, fully expanded. Should probably take out my bow. If I can find it in this mess. You know, another thing I should probably have on hand are my maximum quality bottles of iron wine. Look at all them hearts. And I apologize for the demonic laughter as we're walking across the soul sand. I heard some blazes, but I don't see any right now. I'm really appreciative of the fact that Quark adds blazes spawning just out and about in the Nether. Oh, yeah, and I probably should show you the name of this bow. The Gastrator. Living up to his name. Well, when I can't proceed by foot... we might as well proceed by air. So we are on the hunt for another fortress if we can find one. Oh wow, there's one right there. Thank you, Mr. Atlas. What are those white blocks? That must be some spawn from Recurrent Complex. And there's our fortress. We have to be very careful flying around the Nether above all this lava, because as awesome as these ships are, you take one bit of damage and you go plummeting to your death. Oh. Ouch. Aha! I wonder if there's another blaze spawner right on the other side of that wall or something. Yeah, see what I was talking about? Must have taken one fireball and despawned. Whoa. I was expecting the one shot. Our spawner up there? Sure is. Alright. Oh man, I left the cobblestone at home. Of course I did. Might as well grab the nether wart while we're here, even though we might not ever end up using it. Don't mind my inability to talk on occasion. Go ahead and jack some of this nether brick. In order to set up a nice cage around that spawner. Oh, that's a lot of wither skeletons. And not a single skull, of course. Anyway, I don't recall the potential spawn area. Spawners, I think it's something like 8 blocks laterally. So if we want to go for perfect efficiency, we'll have to kind of fill in the area around the cage we're about to make. Excuse me, sir. Busy constructing your prison? I'm gonna go ahead and cut, guys. I'm gonna go set up this cage, farm up a whole bunch of blaze rods. I actually probably might already have enough to make the blast furnaces, but better safe than sorry. And I'll come back to you in a bit. Hey guys, welcome back to a little update. A little bit of a blood moon going on right now, so unfortunately I can't sleep the night away. So I won't be showing you anything out there. However, check this out. Our excavator is up and running. We got that automated input and output here. Got a little bit of a capacitor bank going over here because even though I have 3 water mills, it's still not enough to run the excavator. Or sorry, the crusher around the clock. So with these all filled up, we can run that for a very long time. And we also have the metal press here, which I have stamping out iron plates because I'm planning on putting a couple of silos up for cobblestone and dirt. And you can see the power lines running all over the place, which I absolutely love. It looks really cool. This obviously runs down from outside where the water wheels are, which I'll run over to in just a moment. And this section here is where I'm going to be setting up diesel production because I am determined to get mining drills up and running and revolvers after that. The new garden cloches are basically going to provide all of the seeds and fruit that we need to make the biodiesel. Our crusher, or sorry, our squeezer or fermenter will be here, squeezer or fermenter here, and they'll both run into the, what's this thing called, or what's it going to be called? The refinery. And then right here will be a tank to temporarily store the biodiesel. Whether or not I'm going to run a diesel generator right now, I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure that when I have one, I'll probably actually stack up maybe 2 or 3 right here and just keep upgrading this capacitor bank to higher level capacitor as we need it. These little legs that this hopper has were something I just mocked up real quick with Chills and Bits. Here is the new projector that was added by Immersive Petroleum, which basically gives you the Botania style visualizer for multi-block structures, which is so good. I really appreciate the fact that you made that. I think that's all there is to show in here. Rail system is done. I showed you that earlier. And here's our water wheels. Currently guarded by creepers and skeletons and all manner of things. The reason that creeper just disappeared is mine colonies automatically disables explosions within a certain radius of the colony. Looks pretty cool, huh? Got 3 running in serial there, all hooked up to the same wire, which I really need to get a, I forget what it's called, but basically it's a little meter that you run the wire through to make sure that you're using the wires efficiently, because I think that these low voltage wires might be maxed out by the 3 water wheels there, and therefore I'm wasting power on these, which means we might want to upgrade to medium voltage sooner or later. But right now, everything that I'm running is working just fine on what we have. And we got some small crops over here from Rustic, just the last few that I didn't have. Figured I'd go ahead and set them up. Some grapes if we want to get into brewing wine later. What's Phoenix setting up here? Oh, guard tower. Cool. Yeah, it expanded the town, or the colony, quite a bit. It's looking very, very populated over here. Which looks great with our workshop on the hill over there. In fact, now that he's got the town center, which is the well up, I'll probably redirect that minecart track to just come straight here, now that I know where that's going to be. What is this? Is this just a decorative house? Oh. Oh, okay, I didn't know there was a model for the citizen's hut already. Yeah, most of the huts would just be a little block on the ground with an icon on it, but some of the mine colonies have been getting 3D models as their control block as the developers continue to work on that mod. This is the builder's hut, which has come a very long way. There's our farming action going on over here. It's such a cool mod that I really wanted to put time into, but you know, I have so much going on over at the workshop, I just don't have time to mess with mine colonies. These are all apiaries from Rustic that I threw up to basically make these farm crops grow really fast. We're at the point now where we have too many crops, basically nothing to use all this food on. Might find a way to redirect it into maybe another biodiesel setup. We'll see. Another citizen's hut. Basically using the latest experimental alpha build of mine colonies, which has had a couple of problems, but for the most part the new features like the baker and such have been very helpful. Well, I think that's it for now, guys. I'm definitely gonna start recording again once I'm closer to having mining drills working, and definitely when we have revolvers. But until then, I will see you later.